How to. A simple demonstration video to make an artisanal tote bag. Your kit contains the following: a magnetic closure, webbing for the handles, lining fabric and a front and back panel. Step 1. Take all 4 fabric pieces, 2 outer, 2 lining. Using a ruler, cut a 1 inch, 2.5 cm square out of the 2 bottom corners of every piece. This will create the boxy bottom of your bag later. Step 2. Position the straps. Cut your strap in half so you have 2 pieces, approx 75 cm each. Fold your outer fabric in half to find the center. Measure 8 cm out from the center on both sides. Place the ends of one strap on these marks on the right side of the fabric. Tip: ensure the strap isn't twisted before clipping the second end. Pin in place. Step 3. Place one lining panel on top of your outer panel, right sides together. The strap should now be sandwiched in between the 2 layers. Repeat the process for the second set of panel and lining, pinning in place, and sandwiching the second handle. Once you have completed this process, it is now time to take your panels to the machine and start sewing. Sew across the top edge of both panels with a 1.5 cm seam allowance. Pro tip: backstitch twice over the straps to make them extra secure. Repeat the same process on the remaining pieces, keeping everything neat and consistent. Remember to backstitch to make those handles extra secure. Step 4. Connect the panels. We are now going to connect the front of the bag to the back. Open your 2 sewn pieces and lay them flat. Place them together so the outer fabrics touch and the linings touch, right sides together. Match the side seams perfectly and pin all 4 long sides in place, taking your time to make sure all edges match to ensure an even finish. Stitch around the perimeter with a 1 cm seam allowance. Important: leave a 4-inch or 10 cm gap unsewn at the bottom of the lining. This is your exit hole, and what you will use to turn the bag outside so the lining remains trapped inside. Step 5. Box the corners. Go to your 4 cutout corners. Pull the fabric apart and flatten the hole so the side seam meets the bottom seam. Pin straight across and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance. This gives your bag its flat bottom. Repeat the process across all of the corners. Step 6. Reach through the gap in the lining that you left open, and pull the entire bag through to the right side. Close the gap. Tuck the raw edges of the lining gap inward, and sew a neat top stitch to close it. Push the lining down into the outer corners of the bag. Flatten the top edge where the velvet meets the lining. You are now going to top stitch the edge. Sew a final stitch line 0.5 cm from the top edge. This keeps the lining in place, secure, and gives your bag a professional finish. Step 8. Attach the magnetic clasp. On the inside of the bag, find the midpoint between the straps. Mark it approx. 1 inch, 2.5 cm, down from the top edge on both sides. Position the clasp teeth over your mark. Ensure both halves align perfectly so the bag closes straight. Secure. Using pliers, squeeze the metal teeth firmly into the fabric, through both lining and outer panel until secure. Tip: use a scrap of fabric between the pliers and the metal to prevent scratching the finish. Voila! Your artisanal tote is now complete.